Hey everybody, it's Michelle. I'm gonna record this and we'll see if I publish it to make it public. I'm just trying to get a little bit better every day. Put on a couple trades this morning. Been short, 'cause that's what I do. I haven't traded for a few minutes just because I was trying to get the live stream set up. Need to kind of oh geez, I didn't mean to do that. Reassess the situation. It's at a key point at the midline. That's what this dotted line is. It's a little bit thicker. It's looking ugh. Series of lower lows. Broke structure a few minutes ago. Didn't hold that trend line to the upside. I might have too many thingies on my screen right now to manage. Definitely going down right now. Zoom out, get a little perspective. Might be retesting this low from right here. And that held because it had the moving average, the midline, as a floor to support it. But now there's no floor to support it. We just broke below yesterday's lows. I'm gonna buy. I know that's crazy. That's fighting the trend. I just would expect it to try to go back and fight to reattain the midline. That just makes sense. Also knowing it's the same level where it was yesterday's low. The whole 1722 ticks so far. Move my stop to break even. Actually, I'm moving it to the 9 EMA. And I'll just trail it. This is a 15-second chart. We're at the midline on that. Let's see, we're gonna blast through. So this dotted line is the what do I say? The midline on the 200 Bollinger Band. This white line here is the 50 slow moving average. All right, I'll sell. Of course, it's a crappy entry. But might be a good short. That midline could hold as a lid. But look at how the buyers ferociously came back and pushed it up. Let me move my stop loss a little bit higher. God dang it. Great. So the buyer said, nah, we're gonna push. So I did go long. I wish I could see my trades on screen. I could track what I'm doing. So just had that push back above the midline, back up to the top of my box, and the seller said no, we're not having any of this. There's a beautiful, ooh, I don't want my take profit to be hit yet. Let's move it back down to the lower of the box. Buyers are going to have to try again. Sellers got a beautiful second chance. The buyers who bought high got some mercy. Never know what's going to happen. The buyer's going to push it up again. Got a lower high going off the meat of the candles. There's the lower Bollinger Band on the 200. This is a 15-second chart. Looks like it's rolling over to me, but tough call. It's a guess either way. Selling sets the way we've been going the last few minutes. Looks like it kind of failed that midline. Still might find support there. Trying to find some, of course, took me out. $30 loss. So this green line is the 444 moving average. So it held as support because it's stronger. It's a longer time frame than those other ones. I'm just going to sell anyway. That's the 222 moving average. So this is going to be a little fight back and forth here. Looks a lot like going sideways. And that makes sense. So we've had the slow moving average as a lid. The midline, which is basically The midline of the 200 might act as a lid. Nobody can really tell what to do right here in this little cluster. I shouldn't have put on a trade. I should probably get out right now. 10:25 a.m. See, what's this moving average? 144. This would be a better entry for a short right here. So my entry was rough. Trying to force something to happen. Jumping in just because I can't tell what was going to happen. So that's a trade I shouldn't have taken, and maybe I should go ahead and just get out, but it's not off that bad. $140, 29 ticks. I like seeing the red there. 13 ticks. So that's very beautiful. So I should have added size just then. But, you know, you're not really supposed to add to a loser, right? It's only a loser because I got in too early, trying to force the trade instead of waiting for it. So let's see, it came back down, kissed my price for just a second. See if the buyers push it up again right here. Proud of myself for not adding size. Bad entry, you're gonna have to just suck. Look at this. Went down and kissed my price, and it's going higher. I added size. Still definitely not a sure thing. Do like that it keeps failing that midline. Series of lower body candles. Still not in the money, even though I shorted higher. So is it gonna hold this? Oh, this is gonna suck. Still can't tell which way it's going. Shouldn't have added size to a trade that was kind of forced. Lots of chop going nowhere. 10:30 a.m. EMA's moving downward. Move my create a take profit of 2 ticks just in case. I'm not. What? That sucks. That really sucks. It's lame. So chop, 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 chop. Selling again. Buyers are not having a big, they're not generating a short squeeze. Let's put it that way. And there's definitely a fight, but no short squeeze is happening, so haha. Can y'all stop freaking buying? Just roll over already? So shocked by the lack of movement from 10:30 a.m. Sitting here hugging this midline. Turned off my stop. I'm sick of this. Don't need to get in and out and in and out, in and out. Could be a very bad mistake. Damn it. So they held on. They held that slow moving average like a floor. I added size. Didn't just jump on board. Even though it's failed this level so many times, that green was acting as a lid. Now the green acted like a floor. And that's why they held on. Here we are back to the upper Bollinger Band. And I've given up every single thing I made this morning. I gotta write this down. Forced trade. Added size in expectation. It held. Went back to the VWAP in the upper Bollinger Band. So now I have a stop loss set to protect myself. That was some big size. Shouldn't do that, but that's how confident I was in it. That's probably gonna knock me out. Man, you guys just buy at any freaking price. Non-stop. That's alright. Selling low, below the fast moving average. Probably a very bad entry. Held that. Gave the shorts a better entry. So we're higher than the place where it broke structure. Around 10-12. This green line is the 666 moving average. So that green line's pointing downward. The fast moving average is getting a downward bend to it. That's the yellow. The EMA is that baby blue. It's got a downward bend to it. Let's see if it holds. We got this slow moving average was acted out as a floor a little while ago. Figure the fast is going to act like a floor. I mean, the slow is probably going to act as a floor. I have a really hard time thinking about buying here, but I have a hard time thinking about buying, period. Gosh, I'm already up $2 grand. I just barely started trading. I don't even think it's been an hour. Alright, I'll sell one more. Why? Because the EMA is below the fast. Gonna walk away for a second, get a mirror. One whole tick. So I got a mirror with a great big high magnification, so I can sit here and tweeze my eyebrows while this is chopping. Ruh-roh. So it's held the slow temporarily, at least. So it's definitely a fight. I lean bearish if you've never watched me trade before. I don't know if bearish is the correct term. Short. Bearish implies I have a thought beyond 5 minutes from now. Cool. Now I got 33 ticks. Just sitting here tweezing my brows. So let's move the tick profit down to the 9 EMA. So it might hold here. Let me move this down to the 200, the lower Bollinger Band. It might hold that. Or it might get there. I don't know why not. Lower high. There's no upward wick showing any kind of buying here, so I like that. And then y'all come up and go, no, we're gonna take you out. You don't get it all. You only get like, I don't even know how much that was. Half of what you had. Okay, why did they buy there? Because this is the 222 moving average. It's trying to hold on to that. I'm gonna sell because I don't want to fight the trend. The trend is down. Ooh, I'm losing money. Ooh, let's move this up. Ah, I was gonna move that higher. Rah! Fuckhead. Rah. Thanks for that bizarre spike up. 10:46 a.m. So that's right. Nobody's gonna want to sell at 10:45. Everybody got out of the way, took the brakes off. Let the buyers have a little pushy push because of the time of day. This is interesting to see. So before, this slow moving average basically acted like a floor. There's all this violence happening here. Now let's see if it acts like a lid. Coming up on 1050, that's kind of dangerous to be a short in 2 contracts at any time, especially on the NASDAQ. But especially coming up on 1050. Would not advise. Dang, knocked me out. That was a big old loss. You little punks. What's that about? Yeah, now I'm mad. She knocked me out of 1. Then you knocked me out of 2. And so now I must add 3. And I'm going to be super reckless and take the stop off. I can see we're coming up on a 50% retracement. But I don't see why this 666 average cannot act as a lid. It is pointing downward. I'll be shocked if that breaks higher from there. We're also at the upper Bollinger Band on the 15-second chart. I don't know what my high is of the day. I need to pay attention to that. Because in theory, I should go, cool, I'm up 21.91. I could stop at 10:49 a.m. I'm going to short again, even though it is almost 10:50. And I'm going to take that stop loss off. I don't need you guys going up there on a crazy tick to knock me out. It's just one contract. Five whole ticks. Ooh, instantly 1 tick. That's not good. Need to remind myself at this time that everybody loves to buy but me. I think I saw 22 ticks, now it's down all the way down to 3 ticks. God dang it, can y'all just roll over? This is a pretty tight little range, I would say. bouncing between the Bollinger Band? What is this? 230 to 200? That's literally only 30 points. That is not much. EMA's moving downward. Okay, all the shorts who got out of the way, you can jump back on now. There you go, boys. Get to work. EMA's moving down. Like that. Keep going, please. Okay, I'm gonna move my create a take profit again. Please fail. Please keep going, please. That'd be fabuloso. I'm dropping down there. Come on. I'm being aggressive. So no, you guys are going to want to try to hold on to that. Here's where I need to ask myself, should I stop? This would be a great day over a month. After a 37% tax hit, that's probably a $22,000 month. That just, you know, that wouldn't suck. Final buy. Trying to break my habit. I short all the time, and I've realized that that makes me the equivalent of a one-armed boxer. So it's just kind of ridiculous. You're not ever going to be consistently profitable if all you ever do is short. Especially if you trade more than 2 or 3 times a day. I had to move my stop tight. I have a really hard time being a buyer. Really, really, really hard time. Okay, that lasted for 10 seconds. Oh, I need to see what time it is. 10:56 a.m. I'm buying. Why? Because you probably don't want to be short at 11 a.m. Just saying. All the good people are going to lunch. They're taking a break. These candles don't show any selling. Ooh, good thing I got out of that. Who knew? Sellers jumped on at 11. Well, it's not even quite 11 a.m. yet, but they did. I'm gonna buy. We're at yesterday's low. We're below my box. The candle's showing upward pressure. It's coming up on 11 a.m. That candle ended where it started. I'll make it gray. We'll see what it says in hindsight. Did get a green upward candle. Interesting. I am fighting the trend. EMA. Ooh, hit my stop loss. Alright. Add the lower Bollinger Band, of course. I'm gonna buy again for that reason. I bought before 11 a.m. so I deserved the trend to continue downward. In fact, I'm gonna buy another one. Yesterday around this time it went up for 2 hours straight up from, I guess it was 11:25 a.m. that it started going up. EMA is below the fast. I am fighting the trend. Need to remind myself, I just put on 2 contracts and that's not prudent, especially when the trend is down. Let's just have a nice little roll on down. Turning off my stop loss. Expected you buyers to step up here. We're down at the low where you've held twice already. This is basically a triple test of that low. Not a quadruple test of that low, which has held those other times. And just like that, it goes from being 23 ticks out to 6 or 7 ticks out. Quadruple test of that low. Now I'm in the money. Well, we'll see. So much of this trading is time driven. Just like that, you're gonna go? Of course you are. Because everybody loves to buy. Everybody loves to chase. Of course it took me out. I can't ever just ride it for 8 hours in one direction. Can't ever get on the right side of that. Bought long again, it's a miracle. Because it's 11 a.m., EMA is above the fast. EMA, the linear weighted is above all that. Just going sideways and up. So I'll move my stop loss back up again. Back up to the midline on my box. Is that a V-bottom or is that a V-bottom? This is what y'all did to me yesterday. So yesterday, I fought it. So right now I'm trying to be calm. Take a breather, slow down. So see, this acted as a lid here, acted as a lid here, back to where it broke structure back there. Proud of myself for going long a couple times. Kind of forcing a trade. Nice. A little bit surprised, but sort of not. Woo! I like that. 11:11. This is when I'm supposed to stop trading. I'm supposed to celebrate the win and stop. Celebrate the win and be thankful. looking at my phone. Let's move. I even have a stop loss. Moved my take profit to yesterday's low. Seems like a logical place support might appear. Oh, darn it. Uncool. Let's see. I've held this low bunches of times. There's my little timer for an hour. Guess I've traded for an hour since I set that timer. What happened like yesterday? Had a great day. I was probably about like this right now. And then I kind of get a little thirsty. Because I'm drinking espresso, I'm not drinking water. And overconfident, happy, feeling really good. Kind of like right here where I just bought a couple times. And I let it move up kind of like what it's doing right now. And then I ended up going short. And it ran straight up for the next 2 hours. And I held on through the whole 2 hour pullback. And I was in size. And it sucked really bad. And then it finally turned around. And U-turned back to where my price was. And I finally got to where I had maybe $1,000 loss. It was as bad as a $9,000 loss. But I held through it all the way back to where it was just a $1,000 loss. And then in my brain, I was like, okay, I can survive this. I'm up, I was up 2,000 something. I don't know what, but let's just pretend it was like today. You're up 2,700, you lose 1,000. You're still up 1,700. That's still a winning day. Lots of people would love. I would love, hell yeah. But it messed up my mindset for the rest of the day. And then I kept trading in like 7, 10, 12 contracts, maybe even 15. And it just messed up my whole mindset the rest of the day. So I'm trying to not do that today. I set my little timer for an hour. I should probably go let my dog outside and take a little break. But based on what it did yesterday, it's about to run for the next 2 hours straight up. And it went up hard. It was a solid move up from the lows yesterday. And note, we just did hit, well, we went a little bit beyond yesterday's low. Everyone's going to lunch. Algos are taking over. So I'm deliberately sitting here looking into some kind of super zoom mirror to tweeze my eyebrows. These little invisible hairs that nobody can see, including me, unless I'm on this crazy zoom. There you go. Watch it run for the next 2 hours. Be careful. Here's where I've been fasting. Let's see. 17 hours and 47 minutes. I'm starting to think about food. Food is a yummy little distraction. Why are y'all stalling here? That doesn't really make sense. Very odd there's a stall here. I guess it is where the fast and the slow intersected a little while ago. Surprised by this, because not only did it break above the midline, wow, it was just at that lower Bollinger Band, so I don't know why it's not going to go all the way up to that next Bollinger Band and VWAP. This line here is, why are you not labeled, little line? Huh. That line's not from anything I did. Oh, that's the line I just put on there. It's supposed to be red. It's not supposed to be gold. Okay. Interesting. Still going down. Proud of myself for kind of mentally taking a little break here. Trying not to overtrade. Interesting. Should have taken that short, huh? It's just like I got annihilated yesterday by taking that short, huh? Actually, it was at around 11:25 a.m. and here we are at 11:28 a.m. We're below the 200. Definitely selling. Right now is when the time was to buy yesterday. Don't you think they're going to run the same algos? I'm buying. I'm taking off the stop loss. I mean, yesterday was rough. So because of my trauma from yesterday, I'm buying, even though it's clearly going down. But this is what time it went yesterday. Coming down on the 25%, the lower 25% low of today. Currently 20 ticks, 24 ticks out of the money. We're going to do the exact opposite of yesterday. Probably, right. Whatever messes up my psychology the most. I mean, that was a beautiful, beautiful short. It's been just free falling since, call it 11/18. Here I am, literally putting on a trade because of my trauma from yesterday. About 20 ticks out of the money. Long 4 contracts. Note, I'm the girl that's always short. I just know I got hurt so bad yesterday. Kind of a similar situation like this around 11:25 a.m. I bought, let it climb up a little bit, and then I started shorting and just sucked for the next 2 hours. So this feels like potentially, I don't know, it could still be the exact reverse. But what it did was around 11:25 a.m. it hit some kind of like low. And then it shot up and it did a full and total complete retrace. Not even joking. It was brutal. And then it went up hard. It was a hard U-turn. I'm going to try to sit here and maybe I'll get the 2 hours going long today. It would be a miracle of miracles, but look, I'm already up 31 ticks. And I'm just, by nature, not a buyer. Let's see if it hits this lower Bollinger Band and continues higher. If this fails, it's absolutely weak if it fails this. I'm trying hard to look at that. That downward wick. Some people are selling. EMA is climbing. Dear God, please let me experience what it... Nope. That couldn't even get the prayer out in time. I was saying, dear God, please let me experience what it's like to hold a long position for 2 hours. I'm going to buy again. Again, buying because of my trauma from yesterday. No, not even going to pretend like it's anything else. I am not good at buying high, chasing a price higher. I don't like doing it. I'll write it down all day, but up, not my jam. I'm gonna assume yesterday's gonna replay. This little psychopath is just gonna go up and up and up, up. Literally a full retrace. Like, it'll take you back up to the top of my box there, babe. Actually, I'm gonna take you all the way up to the VWAP. I'm just probably gonna go all right there. Now let's see. Oh, you're gonna take me out? I don't think you are. I'm gonna literally put my hands in my lap, palms together. EMA still climbing up. $11:33 a.m. Guys, really that strong? It's selling? I really can't believe my eyes. Trying to keep my stop loss 10 ticks away. God damn it. I try being long. See how it gets me? Nothing. Not a damn thing. Somehow everybody else can go long and make millions. I'm gonna buy again. Because we are coming up off that lower Bollinger Band on the 200. Find it hard to believe the fast moving average is going to be a lid. It's always a floor. EMA is above the fast. I'm gonna buy again. Staying above that lower Bollinger Band. Ooh, the EMA is below the fast. The fast just kissed the slow. Surprised by this. Adding size again because I'm traumatized from yesterday, and I went short and I got wrecked, huge wrecked. So today I'm like, okay, I'm not normally a buyer, but I'm gonna try. What? Seriously, I moved my thing up for like 1 or 2 ticks, and it was trading like 6 ticks away. See, the chart updates after I'm filled before the chart shows the price action. That's how crazy this is. So we got the fast moving average pointing downward. I don't care. I'm going to buy again. This is going to be one of those where you think it's going to go down, but it's going to hold the slow, which is the 50. Whoa! No way. Wait, hold on. I'm turning you off. What is that? What is that? No way. This has got to be a fight across timelines. Okay, this might be my first big loser of the day. Put on 5 contracts long, again, because of my trauma from yesterday. I'm thinking this is just kind of going to do a little bit of sideways until it can break above the slow. And look at that. Took, what, 15 seconds? For real. Pretty much guarantee you that's what's happening. That's how confident I am in this trade. Which, it's not based on any of the price action that's happened so far. So far, it looks pretty clearly to be selling. Those wicks, those last, I don't know, 5-6 candles all have wicks where the body is ending in the middle. So there's kind of a balance between buyers and sellers. Yeah, it's looking rough. But we're sitting above that 200 Bollinger Band. We're above the 25% low of the day. And then look, one big fat green candle undoes 30 red candles in one gasp. It's that fast. That's why it's so hard to be a short. And that's why I got wrecked yesterday, because I get overconfident and cocky in being short because it's just going down. And just like that, I'm in the money. Just had to wait for it. But never really went against me. Okay, come on. You can continue upward now. You broke above the fast. You broke above the slow. Why is this happening? Great. This is like, so this is gonna be the reverse of yesterday where I get killed being short. That's comical. Again, here we are, $1,000 loss like yesterday. So not happy. God damn it. Wow. Below that lower Bollinger Band. Why did that just reverse like that? God damn it. So again, here we are. I undid however many hours of good trading. Putting on size. Do all this great trading with one contract at a time. Again, putting on trades because of your trauma is not prudent. Not sure why that selling just kicked off right there at 1140. It was just a continuation of the trend. Big candles down. These candles are trying to find a floor. We're below the lower Bollinger Band. That sucks. EMA's creeping back up. I think that might be a little bit of fuckery based on the time of day. We are back up almost to the midline of my box at that 25% low of the day. Come on, guys. Do like you did yesterday. I bought. This never happens. Oh, come on. Coming up on 11:45, which would be a big candle. Currently 32 ticks out of the money. EMA is creeping up. $20 ticks, 23 ticks. Losing. So here's where my brain starts going, well, you could just take a $650 loss right now and you'd be, it's a lot better than you were a minute ago. Four ticks, see? So do I have the cojones to keep holding this? It retraced all the way back to where I was. Come on, guys. That's like mercy. So I saw 4 ticks. Now it's at 29.31. Oh, come on. God damn! Uncool. Bruh. Okay, learn from the losers. Let's learn something. There's normally 2 or 3 attempts at the low. So this green dotted line is where, back around 9:30 a.m., the EMA crossed the fast. Buyer stepped up. This is the 2nd time, the 3rd time, the 4th time. This is why you don't freak out. There's normally 2 or 3 attempts at a low. But again, this could be my mercy to just get out, take a $600 loss and be done with it, but come on, it just tested the low like 4 times. And it is NASDAQ. Why can't I grab? Grab my little blue line there. EMA's creeping up. In the upper half of my box. Oh, come on. You broke above the slow moving average. You're above the 25% range. There you go. Gave me 2 red candles. The third one shows we're holding tight. It's a 94 moving average. EMA is above the fast. They just broke above the slow right here. Now we're gonna be off to the races, right? 'Cause that's what the NASDAQ does. Look, now I'm only $130 out of the money. Still not making it easy for me. That 94 can hold like a floor. Damn it. Not taking my mercy when it's given to me because I'm being greedy. Thinking maybe it'll run up for the next 2 hours while everybody's at lunch and everybody's fat and happy and feeling good. EMA's creeping up. Not a lot of mojo. God, I'm gonna have to just get out because I can't take the pain. It is so hard for me to hold. Trying so hard. This is not my usual thing, but I know the NASDAQ, it just goes up. We're coming up off a 25% low, so can you just go ahead and go? Look at that, Cowboys. Go. Oh my God, I'm in the money now. Maybe you'll run for the next 2 hours. Maybe I'm going to get to experience what it's like to be long for 2 freaking hours. That just goes up and 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 up. Because see, till just now, shorts have been able to feel super confident. See, this is literally the opposite. Oh God, you hit my take profit. Rah! I didn't want you to let me out. I wanted to keep going. I'm gonna buy. This is literally buying high. Absolutely buying high. Again, because of my trauma from yesterday. See, we're still below yesterday's low. Okay, so that's probably dumb and impulsive buying up high like that. But I just know what I did yesterday. Just went uppity up and 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 up. Taking off my stop loss. We're gonna see if this gives us 2 red candles and then keeps pushing higher, using this midline like a floor for support. In fact, I'm gonna buy one more. Okay, so let me mark off with my box where I'm gonna cry uncle. Right there. So this purple is the 144. It is pointing down. It's the 666. 444. I just know yesterday it just kept creeping up and up and up and up and up for 2 freaking hours. So currently 12 ticks out of the money. Four ticks out of the money. Oh, we're coming up on noon. Three ticks out of the money. Is that the best you're gonna give me? That's what happens when you buy high. Ooh, yeah. Gosh, I've made $4,700. Wow. Let me write this down. 47.14 at 11:55 a.m. Sea of red. Okay. So had some real big candles to the upside. Lots of chops sideways. And buy 2 more. 3 more. Total of 5. 14 ticks out of the money. See if it holds this midline. The fast, and this pink one is the 222 moving average. In theory, that could act as a floor. In theory. Two green candles. EMA just did a little push up. And just like that, I'm in the money. So you're gonna break above that fast, break above the midline on my box. Gotta wait for the candle to close. So the EMA is, look at that. See? You people love to buy. And I bought this time. It's a miracle. I'm growing up. I'm proud of me for being long. Proud of me for being long. Let my trauma be a lesson. I'm gonna take profit of at least 4 ticks. Okay, keep running for the next 2 hours. But look, we're at that upper Bollinger Band. I'll take it. Coming up on noon. wow, like I'm having a good day. I do this and then I think, why am I not making $1 million a year? Why am I making $0 a year? I don't understand. Maybe it's because I haven't been buying. I'm a one-arm boxer. And I gotta break that. Look at that. See? Everyone loves to buy. There is not a lot of upward mojo though, I gotta tell you that. I have to sell. I don't know what that means about my nature, but it's the truth. Coming up on noon being short. Just one contract, leaving my stop loss in place. See, not smart to go short before noon, but I need to look at the chart. Smart shorts would definitely wait till after. It's more 30 seconds into the noon hour. There's only a ding-a-ling's gonna want to jump up in front of a noon candle. But hey, that's me. Probably a loser. I'm gonna turn off my stop loss though. $11 ticks out of the money. Look at those wicks. Alright, I'm looking at my Instagram. Let's see what this guy has to say.
Did you know your mental health can also saliva?
Oh god.
New science that just showed growth hormone about to ruin casual dating for you. Did you know your mental health can be hijacked by someone else's saliva? I'm being serious. New science actually shows that cortisol, your stress hormone, can actually transfer through saliva. So when you kiss someone who's chronically anxious or depressed, you're not just swapping spit, you're swapping stress signals. And here is reason why it actually matters. Your oral microbiome, the gateway to your entire gut and immune system, is incredibly sensitive. So when you kiss someone regularly, you're literally literally sharing their bacterial ecosystem. If they are dysregulated, high cortisol, poor sleep, depressed, toxic habits, it starts to affect your biology too. So we're not just talking about germs, we're talking all about chemical messengers that disrupt your gut-brain axis. Kiss the wrong person long enough, and you may start to feel like them as well. So this is why I always say your partner isn't just about emotional match, they are your biological roommate as well. You're exchanging microbiomes, hormones, and even inflammatory signals, so be picky. Who you kiss, who you sleep with, who you marry, affects your mood, your microbiome, and your long-term health. I'm not saying don't fall in love. I'm saying choose someone who makes your gut feel calm, not inflamed. You deserve a partner who regulates your nervous system, not one who hijacks it. Protect your mouth, your microbiome, and your mental health actually depends on it. My name is Dr. John Kim. With over 20 years of experience in holistic health, I'm here to unravel complex science into practical, life-changing insight, one truth at a time. About to ruin casual dating.
Very dangerous that I put on all those contracts. Very, very dangerous. I'm probably trying to jump in front of a train, damn it. Ugh. $12:05 p.m. One tick in the money. Danger, danger, danger. So why did I sell? Don't know for sure yet if this is going to be a good trade. It is the 12 o'clock hour. Yay. It's coming down to that slow moving average. I gotta close it. Take what I can get. That was big size. I was short because this green is the 888 moving average and it's pointing down. So it's a long time moving average pointing downward. So it's going to be stronger, more dominant than the 50, which is this white one. And I think these other two green ones are the 666 and the 444. So even if it was to hold those, this 888 could act as a lid. I'll sell one more. Just one, not a bunch. Let me write down my gains. 5,051.20 at 12:07 p.m. So this might be a super good short. Pretty far moving average. Woo! I may like it like that. Too bad I'm not in all those contracts I just put on. If it fails this 50, that'd be great. So 888s can be a lot stronger than a 50. Still could hold this 200 to 222. Wait, what? I don't even know what. Don't know why it knocked me out. Selling probably below the slow moving average, so super bad entry. Just thinking there might be some follow through, but remember yesterday what happened to me. EMA's below the fast. They're both above the slow though. Probably should have taken a little bit more of a break in between trades there. I'm going to drop my stop loss real tight, just 6 ticks. So if I lose, it's not much. Yeah, 1 whole tick. Yeah, because I don't like how the chart updates after. So I have to be super paranoid with my stops. Oh, I still, it should have been a 1 tick. Still $10 loss. That's bullshit. Ugh. Trying hard to be a good girl and not say bad words.
So the PFK Alpha day trading strategy.
I'm looking at my internet. Hold on, let me turn up the volume.
Most importantly, you absolutely cannot tell people that we are replacing the president with a robot, okay?
Former President Biden had been replaced with clones and robots that were doing the job for him. Sir, your choice.
The video is amazing. It makes Biden look like he was a robot. I absolutely don't think he was the real actual Biden from 20 years ago, but I don't watch the news enough to think that he could be a robot. I haven't seen any of this video before. Oh my god. This can't be real. That's crazy.
And most importantly, you absolutely cannot tell people that we are replacing the president with a robot, okay?
Former President Biden had been replaced with clones and robots that were doing the job for him.
Sir, your choice.
That is gold. I just saw a video how to speak cat. Things that I don't need to watch. Alright, I gotta turn this off and look at the trading. Or I could just go stop. Having a good day. See, it's like, in my brain, it's like, why stop? I'm already up. I'm having a great day. If I could do this with a funded account, it'd be a $50,000 month. Why would you not keep going if you're doing well? Why stop? So it held the low of my box. See this green line? What was that? A 94. I want to sell so bad, but I'm trying really hard to wait for it. Oh, I can't. I just can't. I just can't do it. I need to stop and go watch a little movie. I like my little box. I just started trading with it like, I don't know. I don't even know if it's been a whole week. Keeps my brain in perspective and focused on what's actually happening and not what I think. Avoids all those repetitive thoughts. Well, like, it was done all morning, or it was up all morning, or it needs to do the opposite. No, I just need to look at what's actually happening. Why did it... I drag it down to like 23,207 and it fills me at 208.75. Why is it filling me so much higher than where I dragged it to? at those wicks. Lots of movement on those wicks. Oh! You suck! Man, that's not cool. Yep, mad, being bad, adding size, turning off my stop loss. That's bull. The way that jumped out and knocked me out. It didn't even let me trade for hardly any time at all. And so now we got shorts being squeezed. I need to not be emotional and not be bullheaded and not act like my normal self. Damn it. So we finally got above yesterday's low. Gotta remind myself that yesterday it ran straight up for 2 freaking hours and I was tortured. So since about here, I'll call it 11:41. Hasn't even been 1 hour yet and it's just gone up, over, up. Expected that to hold as a lid and it did not. Expected that to hold as a lid and it did not. You see what's happening? See these other previous highs? Call that 224. My position is 216. So I'm 8 points lower than the last high, so I'm probably sitting in a real bad place. So I am in extreme danger. You know, maybe I should just get out. Look at that, mother... Damn. Wow. That's some ferocious short squeezing happening. Flashbacks from yesterday. All the way back to VWAP. Hasn't even been running for an hour yet. Oh, why'd I do this to myself? Wow, just like yesterday. So now I'm like, well, I added a bunch of size, 52 ticks out of the money. Running straight up since I saw it earlier. Literally almost an hour. So I could just exit now. Say, hey, learn the lesson. You gotta stop shorting all the time. Tiny, tiny little candles after those great big short squeezes. Tells me people are still short. But we're easy to get squeezed, aren't we? That was a hellacious run just there. So the lesson would be, how about you get out, take your $2,200 loss, and be thankful you have anything left. Right? We're outside the upper Bollinger Band, which is pointing straight up. This red line. Why would it turn around just to make me happy? Why? 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 Why would it turn around just coming up on a 50% retracement? So just ran 25%. And I'm sitting here fighting it in size, giving away everything I made earlier today. Why'd you say I could have just taken like a $2,100 loss, $2,200 loss? Look, that's another $1,000. Look at you. Aren't you the greatest? Letting a loser run. Just sitting here watching it. Great big fat green candles. Look at that wick. Coming up on 12:30. Great. Fabulous. God, gave up everything from I made. Oh my God. The rage in my heart right now. You do so good until you don't. And then it's disaster because you put on size. 115 ticks. Didn't take the loss. Gigantic wicks to the upside. Fuck this. I'm mad now. If I'm gonna fuck up, I'm gonna max size. Coming up on 12:30 p.m. 12:29 p.m. Let me draw this navy line where it was at when I added all that size. Two little teeny tiny red. The tiniest of tiny. Because who wants to be short before 12:30? Ferocious uptrend. Brutal uptrend. So do I take the loss and think, cool, I'll be up $600? Or do I have some cojones and let it go? Man. and my brain says avoid destruction at all costs. That's on a little card that I keep here at my keyboard. I just don't know why it would keep running higher, you know? But the trend is your friend, right? Look at that. Went back, kissed the EMA. Psh. Man. This is why I'm in a practice account right now. I should have just stopped when I wrote down my profit being up $5,167. Clearly I took a loss in there somewhere. 51.67 to 6.46. That's like a $500 loss already. Not even counting this hellacious trade. EMA's creeping up. Man, I'm... Okay, how do I learn this lesson and stop killing myself? Stop hurting myself like this? How many times did I just say I got murdered for a 2-hour uptrend yesterday? How many times did I say that? 50 ticks out of the money. $40 ticks. I need to go back and watch this video again. I mean, just look at that beauty. Just straight up. So I remember now what happened is these levels like the VWAP and this 1111 moving average, I expected them to hold as a lid. So the second I saw that they did not act as a lid, at least by around here, well, that's right where my price is. I should have gotten out, or I should have never put that trade on. Because there was an uptrend in effect, and I was fighting the trend. Right? Look at that straight up action. Told you it went up yesterday. Did the exact same thing today. I did great trading, lots of selling, up over $5,000. I think I even bought for a while, and I was cognizant to tell myself that I needed to buy. And I did, so I'm proud of myself for that. But damn if I don't go back to my old habits. It makes me sad. Now I gotta sit here and... Well, I could get out, right? There's nothing stopping me from getting out. Not a damn thing stopping me from getting out. 50% retracement on the day. I could get out right now. I have about, I don't know, 1,600. Which would still be fabulous. That's like a $17,000 month. I'd love to have a $17,000 month. Man. Do I cry uncle or do I sit? I'm literally going to sit on my hands. Red candle. Doesn't show any buying. And I'm saying that because I'm looking at the top, the upper end of the candle. Ugh. Taking my loss. Hey Toby, come here. Just to have something. So, replay of yesterday, basically a little bit different. So, again, here I am, like, I'm up $1,500. I should just go and stop for the day and be thankful and say that's a good day. Not try to make back that giant loss. Not try to be emotional. Look, it keeps going down. Of course it does. Toby, what, dude? Be cool. How you doing, little pup? I'm mad I'm selling again. I'm turning my stops off. So note, I said I'm mad, and I put on a trade. At the 50% retracement. Boy, I just got wrecked. So yesterday, I ended up, kept trading, put on, I don't know, max size, and just sat here numb, dumb, staring at the screen, paralyzed, in shock, to go from having such a brilliant day to disaster. And it was disaster because I basically was tired, thirsty, and just sat here staring at the screen, unable to move for 2 or 3 hours. Just sort of in shock. I'm not feeling that catatonic today, but obviously not happy. Like I said, it was a 2-hour run from like 11:25, 12:25, 1:25. It's 12:30. We still got another hour based off yesterday. Like, it's just going to keep running for another hour. And I mean, it literally did a full and total retrace. Boy, I did good till I didn't. So 8:30 was a straight up free fall. Violent free fall. So basically since 9:04 a.m. it's went up, over, up. Boy, that makes me mad. What direction is it going? I guess it's going up. Fuck it, I'm gonna sell more. Cause not mad. I'm just mad about everything that's happened. Not even looking at the actual price action, just knowing it's been going up since 9 a.m. Knowing all that money just got given away by me. These orange and purple, I mean, these are great big moving averages, and they are pointing straight down. Well, not straight down, but they're absolutely pointing downward. Sometimes I do great when I get mad. I mean, these were great big moving averages, so in theory they should hold as a floor. Love it, goddamn, fucking love it. I'll take it. Good. I didn't cry like a little girl and give up. I got mad and I did okay. Not supposed to put on a bunch of size. Just saying, it works sometimes. Because, I mean, I just got wrecked. That was a hard wreck. But I didn't sit there paralyzed for 2 or 3 hours, so that's a win. Got right back on and said, F that. I mean, y'all wrecked me hard. That was a brutal wreck. I'm gonna sell again. Why? Because you wrecked me that hard. But look, now we're above the midline. Might be all super bullish, and I'm just being a little dumb, and I should be going long here, maybe, probably. Getting hungry again. Trying really hard to keep my... What's happening here? Okay, I'm 14 ticks out of the money. So I had a huge uptrend. Nice little drop back to the midline. EMA's pointing down, fast is pointing down, slow is pointing down. My favorite. Too bad I didn't put on more size. And why did I go short? Because back where, this is where I was shorting before, at these moving averages. But they could hold as a floor. Love this. Okay, so I had written some notes about where I'm at 12:15 p.m. I guess 30 minutes ago. I was at 5,167. Currently 4975.80. I don't know, I'll call that $200. Which is not bad considering it was a lot more than that, so I'm happy. That was great. Good comeback, girl. Oh man, I haven't been looking. Look at that beauty. Failed the midline. Damn, should have stayed in my trade, eh? I'm just happy and thankful that I was able to make back pretty much everything I lost. Thank God. Oh, would have sucked. Would have been sad to do that 2 days in a row. 2 days in a row, and I was trying so hard to be a buyer. Oh my God, I was a buyer. I did buy. Okay, these trend lines are actually pointing up. 666. 888. 444. I'm gonna buy. What time is it? 12:52. So there might have just been a big sell because of 12:50. Fighting the trend, yes. Look at that. Look at how it works. Give him a big old run up now. Having a little lid there. Of course, I'm getting hungry in the tumminess. Okay, so I'm at 50,000 or 5,078. I was at 5,167, so like $100 out. That's so good, so good. I used to have 15 different alarms set on my phone throughout the day to tell me things like, don't fight the trend, comma, keep your stop loss in place, comma, add to winners, comma, never add to a loser, comma, walk away and be happy, comma, be grateful, comma, never let a green day turn red, period. You get the idea. There's an upward bend to that slow moving average. Basically just held that midline, held the slow moving average like a floor. Surprised it's so strong. Could go either way. Being impulsive, probably should stop. Probably should have stopped for the whole day and not traded. It's probably what I should have done. Got a higher low. EMA's going up. (1:10 p.m.) I'm going to move my stop loss in the money. Great job. Why did I move my TP so close? Because this little pinky peach line is the 222. Other people trade off the 200 moving average, and that could hold as a floor. So might as well just get out. Okay, I think I'm at a day high now. That's nice. I'm higher than I was earlier. God, I took that monster loss. I'm proud of myself because I got out. I took the monster loss. And I didn't sit there paralyzed for 3 hours in disbelief, staring at the chart. I just took the bullet. I like that it's failed that midline. That's pretty impressive. I got axe. We're at the lower Bollinger Band. Also below the box. It's held this level multiple times. My brain is staring at my phone and being distracted. Not paying attention to this beautiful fall. I'm thinking about food. I'm gonna buy. God damn! I couldn't close that off fast enough. I'm kind of shocked. I'm gonna buy. That's a pretty insane fall right there. Wait, you already knocked me out that fast? What's happening? One 1:18 p.m. That was some sort of freak show there. That's like a free money pass. So I'm getting something out of it. That was wild. All those moving averages are really long-term moving averages, and they should have held as a floor. And that's why I buy, and that's why I caught the falling knife. That was free money right there. Probably gonna keep going up. Something just broke on somebody's. I mean, that was way outside the lower Bollinger Band. I'm gonna buy again, even though there's literal terror in the market. I'll leave the stop loss in place. Actually, I'm gonna turn off the stop loss because I don't need crazy wicks shooting down and getting me. It's just one contract. That was free money right there. I think I'm gonna have to stop and go watch a movie. I think they just blew out everybody's stop losses, and now they're gonna march it straight up. That was wild. There was no reason for that to happen. Now you're just gonna scream up, huh? So it literally just blew out everybody's stops, and I don't really know why. Look at that. That was free freaking money. Free money. Wow. That was wild. It's moving up with power. So everyone just got a little bit of mercy. Sorry, Tommy. That's a day high right there. I'm gonna take screenshots. Just got a full retracement of that giant leg down, and I'm going to see that giant leg down as a predictor of what happens next. Sometimes they do these things, they'll wipe out everybody's stops, they'll reverse it the one direction, and then they take it right back down. So I'm seeing it as a psychic prediction. No idea if I'm right, but I betcha I am. Look at that. I'll make my screen smaller. Okay, I'm doing like yesterday where I'm sitting here numb and non-responsive. All these long-term moving averages might hold as a floor here. There's no reason to give away $200. And then we are at the upper Bollinger Band on the 200, which is pointing down. In theory, it's a great time to get on a trade. I'm gonna set a timer for 3 minutes. Alright, 15, 16 ticks out of the money, 20 ticks out of the money. Don't want to give away 200, now I'm giving away 500. Added size, to a loser. Definite uptrend, fighting the trend, coming up on the 50% retracement. Or 50% of the day's range. It's been down all day, so why not run up the rest of the day, right? Doesn't matter that it's at the upper Bollinger Band on a 15-second. Let's look at a 3 minute and see what it says. Looking at a 3 minute chart, something I have not done yet today. I've been on a 15-second chart. Sometimes you get a little mercy when you add to your size. So instead of having a loser, I'm now up $300. I should probably set a little stop. Oh, now I'm looking at a loser, even though I just had a winner for a second there. My 3 minute timer just went off. Now I'm being greedy. Yeah. Let's go back to a 15-second chart because I can't trade off this. So got my mercy. It came back to my price, and then look, it slingshot up. Too bad I didn't get out. So now I'm like yesterday where I'm kind of not really focused, not really paying attention. I'm looking at different charts. Added on max size. Gonna rack all the good I did all day today by taking base hits all day long. Base hit, base hit, base hit. Put on the big size like that to try to average down. It did work, but I did not jump out. I did not say thank you. I did not say thank you. I start thinking greedy. Again, not looking at the right time, being greedy. Literally just being greedy. Here's my chance, right? Let me just get out with a tiny little loss, close it. Into that big upward wick. It's a fight. Exactly to my price, 15 contracts. Can get out right now, make 2 ticks. Or lose 4 ticks. The price does not reflect the chart. Being greedy. Not sure why that candle just happened. 1:43 p.m. Should have taken the money, should have protected myself. Again, we're up at this upper Bollinger Band. Kinda not really looking at the chart. I'm looking at my little box, my little indicators. Note this is the 50, the slow moving average right here. It could totally hold as a floor. And I could be in for a world of pain here. Could get out right now for a $460 loss. Or maybe I'll be a big hero. Maybe it'll go my way. Anything can happen. $10 loss right now. Lots of wicks right here. Lots of wicks throughout this whole thing. This is a battle across timelines. What's the mood like? Held the EMA, bounce. Held the 50% trend line from today, bounce. Slow moving average, bounce. Looks like it's potentially rolling over. It was just as much as one tick out of the money. Break even. You gonna roll? 1:46 p.m. coming up on 1:50. So here's where I can protect myself and protect all the gains I made today, right? I can go for it. I'm gonna jump up and buy right here at this 50% retracement. I'm getting out. I don't know what it did, but I'm getting out. I don't need to put on 15 contracts and risk a day of badassery. Watch it free fall now, and I'll be sad. Just know you guys love to buy. Love, 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 love to buy. Showing some weakness for sure. I'm back in that numb, dumb, staring at the screen, thirsty, unclear as to direction, series of higher lows. Midline's definitely pointing down. Basically been going up since 9:04 a.m. It's 1:50 p.m. Don't know why y'all think it needs to go up all day, every day. It gets to go down sometimes. Yeah, shorting before 1:50 p.m. is not the smartest thing. Absolutely not. And look what just happened. Again, I got that kind of thirsty, silly, numb, dumb kind of vibe, energy happening right now. So everybody got out of the way before 1:50. Now you got a better price to short from. Hey, baby. I know we need to go. We need to go. 1 minute. So everybody got out of the way before 1:50, and they wait till, let's call it 1:53. Let's see how this goes. Climbed up again to that upper Bollinger Band on the 200. This gray line is a super long time frame, 22.22. So I'm one tick out of the money on 15 contracts. Is this my mercy? Or can I actually turn this into money? 640 would be a 10% loss. I don't like that candle having green to it. I want it to turn red. Really? No way. No freaking way. Okay, 25 tick loss just turned into 18 ticks. 15, 14. Still better than 25. $17. God damn. $25 ticks is, I saw 32 ticks. I'm not even looking at the trade right now. That was so strong, that just shot straight up. Thought it would fail, shot back up. Look at that, back to break even. Boy, just had to suck for a minute. Draw the trend lines, you can see what served as a floor, broke here, rebounded, and then it acted as a ceiling. It's kind of scary being in such big size. Well, it doesn't scare me because I know it's a practice account, but it's like bad manners. Shouldn't do that. Love that it's below the slow moving average. Love that the candles are red. Still 5 ticks out of the money. Let's see if it's going to drop this box. So again, here's my mercy to get out for break even. Is this like the 3rd time I've had a chance to get out for break even and it blew up every time? So this purple is 94 moving average. Not giving it to me, not being easy for me. Could just be my mercy. But I'm being greeny. Look at that green, green, green. So we broke below the slow moving average. EMA's below the fast, below that giant Is that 2222 moving average? Acted as a lid. There were some big candles to the downside. Understand the bounce. Still 9 ticks out of the money. Which way we going? Hallelujah, amen. That's what I'm talking about. Yay me. Things you can do when you know you're in a practice account. You don't have to be scared all the time. Let that be the lesson. You should never be scared ever. Believe it or not, I went long. Because it's basically been running up since 9 o'clock this morning. Just had a reversion to the mean. Here, baby. We'll go outside. Come here. Come here. Toby, come. Toby, nice. Go, go. My little girl. My little puppy, such a good boy. You're such a good boy. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I went long. I'm fighting the trend. I'm being a fire. What's happening to me? What's happening to me? Yeah. I'm holding my dog. So I just made good money being short. Why do I flip and go long? For some reason I'm thinking that 94 or the 220 are going to act as a floor. Getting hungry. What should we do? A lot of times the last hour of the day is kind of a counter move, counter trend. Not really feeling a lot of fear here today. Nasdaq's down a whole 100 points. Woohoo! It's barely nothing. Alright, I've had enough for today. I'm ending the day at max gains. That is fabulous. Alright, let's take some screenshots. I gotta take care of my dog. Oh, that's it. I guess I'll turn off the recording. It's so yeah. Bye bye.